He's produced 8 of the last 10 for Lehigh. Try to hold off Army. The difference at 5 in a 2-possession game. And another turnover. It's McKnight to Griner. The officials stopping play. With 49.7 to go. Julius Terrell, member of the crew, will come over with the word that the shot clock,
or the play clock,
the game clock did not stop under a minute to go. 5 in a 2-possession game, and another turnover.
I think that play clock kept running.
Yeah, no doubt.
After that shot went in, it's you know, really the defense for Lehigh that's put the punctuation mark on this effort. You know, they were solid defensively in that first half, holding Army to 27 points. Had a lapse here in this second half, but have really punctuated this game with their defensive effort.
Yeah, 2 things going on there. You had the game clock continuing to run, and then after Griner converts for Lehigh, again, under a minute to go. Clock stops after a made basket. So the game clock's running. And meanwhile, the shot clock didn't reset.
Aren't they connected? Or do we have 2 operators?
You know, this is a school known for its engineering programs. And,
both schools, for that matter. Get some Army guys over there. We'll get 2 engineering schools at it.
Holden Griner has another outstanding performance in the books, regardless of what happens, but nonetheless, with Lehigh on the verge of victory over Army, it's helped the Hawks stay in front of the Black Knights, at least for the moment. You've got Holy Cross today defeating Colgate. A little momentum for the Crusaders going into tourney play. And Lafayette, again, securing that 2 spot. And there are your bracket matchups in the quarterfinals if Lehigh holds on. Should Army come back in the final 54.5 seconds to go, the Black Knights would ascend to that 3rd spot. Ellis driving to the goal. Wise choice by Schaefer, giving up the easy 2.
With how Lehigh has shot free throws in this game, Army not out of it. You know, they'll foul on the inbounds here, but one thing Army that's an advantage for them, pressing is not something that they don't do. So you know, they have a chance to pick up 94 feet. Potential for a turnover. Will be interesting to see who Brett Reed has inbound the basketball. Always against pressure, the most important position, the guy you have inbounded.
Excellent point, because a lot of teams who don't press find themselves in this spot where they have to press down late.
Yep, absolutely. It's not what they do well, but Army does it all game, so this is not out of their element.
It is a 2-possession game, 43.7 seconds to go. Army riding Kyle Wilson, the freshman, and Ella Ellis, the senior, overcoming a 16-point deficit to tie the game. But Lehigh, again on top by 5, now under a minute to go. Inbounds to McKnight. Griner across half court. Foul given up by Mo Williams.
I'm surprised Army let as much time tick off the clock as they did. I think Zach Spiker wanted, you try to go for the initial steal and maybe one or two traps, but Mackie McKnight able to dribble out of it, and I think Army waited just a little bit longer than they wanted.
Now Griner from the line for the Mountain Hawks delivers. Holden Griner now scored 11 on the last 13. Surpassed the 20-point barrier for the 2nd straight Saturday.
And how many times in games that we've done Lehigh have we talked about Holden Griner putting a scoring imprint on the end of games?
Well, we had Lehigh Bucknell a couple weeks ago, and it was Griner who sparked a rally in the second half with 11 straight points. And it was Griner who had a great second half last week against Lafayette. Ellis to the corner for Toth. Had vacant a dribble and a missed three short. Rebound to Ella Ellis with a stick back. Back to a two-possession difference, but McKnight to beat the defense down the floor.
It's when you're going against pressure end of games, it's nice to have a point guard like Mackie McKnight. Just puts in that extra gear, gets it up the court, and then if he gets fouled, can step up to the line and make those free throws, shooting 78% on the year.
Mackie McKnight with 6 points and 7 assists for Lehigh.
And we will see what the answer is on C.J. McCollum here on senior day with that boot on his foot. Does he suit up going forward for Lehigh?
They intersected today, traveling in different directions. Army had won 5 in a row. Lehigh had dropped 3 of 4. But the Mountain Hawks hold off the young Black Knights, and Holden Griner had an opportunity for a punctuation mark. Instead, he played it back out. And I think his coach more than appreciates that.
Yeah, he does. What a play. That's your senior right there. And again, he comes up with another defensive play.
So instead of an exclamation point at the end of a fast break, Holden Griner with an opportunity to apply the finishing touch from the foul line. What a touch it is. 23 points to go with 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. And more important than all those numbers is that so many of those stats were accumulated at pivotal points. 3 by Dylan Cox.
Well, good end for these Lehigh seniors. Their last regular season game here at home. And they are going into this Patriot League tournament 2 in a row for them.
Lehigh again with the 3rd seed coming up in the Patriot League tournament. Lafayette number 2, Bucknell, the regular season champion, and Army will host the quarterfinal. Chris Patola and our entire crew, I'm Bob Sosi. We now go to Brad Johansson, Steve Lapis, the Cintas Center in Cincinnati.
Welcome to the Cintas Center for those of you who've been watching Army and Lehigh, and Xavier on their first offensive possession and the first on the board. Jeff Robinson drops the first 2 after a good first defensive possession by the Musketeers. Brad Johansson alongside Steve Lapis. Happy to have you join us here at the Cintas Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, for a key matchup, Coach, for both teams in the A-10.
It is big because both these teams can still come in the top 4, which gives you a bye in the first round, which means you only have to win I say only, it's still hard. 3 games in 3 days, better than 4 games in 4 days.
Better than the option, no question about it. Williams, their unquestioned leader.
This is what Xavier likes. UMass has to run half-court offense. They have to take their time, which helps. Now, that's not good defense there, which normally they're a very solid defensive team, but they like the tempo of the game much slower than UMass does.
Samson Carter in the lane to even things up. Samaje Christon, the freshman leader for the Xavier Musketeers, averaging over 15 a game. Justin Martin, the jumper is long. The tip from Travis Taylor.
You know, one thing that Derek Kellogg saw in that tape of the Xavier win over Memphis was the way they crashed the offensive glass. They must be boxed out. No box out that time by UMass.
Down low again, Stolen Robinson. Robinson can shoot out there. Robinson will take it right side. Martin looking for 3. That's long. Taylor another rebound. Knocked it off Riley. It will stay with the Musketeers. And Travis Taylor has been Mr. Double-Double.
Well, you're going to see here, nobody puts a body on him. It looks like he's the defensive player there. He has such good position.
Xavier dominated Memphis on the glass, 45-36. earlier this week. Robinson inside the arc. That's too long. Taylor, his third rebound of the game. Kristen to the glass, and that's too easy.
And you just saw what Kristen really does well, which is get the ball into the lane. He's only made 4 threes all year, but he's still able to drive into the basket. You would think UMass laying off him would be difficult for him to drive, but he still gets there.
Terrell Vinson, double team. Back to Williams for the out.
See, this tempo is not what UMass wants at all.
Vinson, foot on the line, Fillmore the rebound. Kristen having to lead the show inside the arc. Robinson is long. Another rebound. Fillmore back up. That's too long. The tip from Taylor.
I mean, this looks like a video tape replay of what Xavier did to Memphis the other night, especially at the start of the game. They just destroyed him on the glass. And really, UMass that time didn't go for that ball real hard. They kind of let it hit the ground. You got to go after it hard. And that, not good help defense right there either. And then you're going to see here another opportunity. The lane has to get him out of the lane. He had him pushed under the basket. You got to put him, if somebody's got you under the basket, there's no way as a defensive player you can get a rebound there. The lane was pushed way under the basket there. That's why he gave up that offensive rebound.
Travis Taylor, #1 in rebounding, averaging just short of 9 rebounds a game in the A-10. They now have 5 offensive rebounds. Taylor has 4 of them, 6 second chance points. That is a recipe for disaster for the Minutemen. You see the eye file on Travis Taylor and the numbers he's put up. 9 double-doubles already this year.
He was Rookie of the Year in the Northeast Conference, and he transferred from Monmouth and has had a very, very good career here.
Williams into the paint and get the foul, and that's what the Minutemen want.
I will say this, I know Derek Kellogg has done a great job at UMass, but he has to be upset with his team. These guys are fighting for an NCAA bid, and they come out in the first 3.5 minutes and do that on the glass after they saw Xavier do the exact same thing 2 days ago.
Disaster. Brad Redford set to check in. I mentioned that Kristen had to lead this team in the very beginning because D. Davis, their starting point guard, did not start today. Sat out the Memphis game because of a concussion. Practiced the last 2 days in non-contact drills, and they say good to go, but obviously his minutes not up to par, and probably his situation because of not playing for a week. Got to get the lungs in shape as well. Right on the temple he got from Melvin Johnson.
Yeah, that was just a fluke shot that he took on the head there. But one thing, Brad, they really need him because he's a second ball handler. Redford is a shooter. He's not a ball handler. So really, right now, they have Samaje Kristen and 4 guys that aren't great ball handlers. That's why D. Davis is so important, especially against a team like UMass that wants to turn you over and wants to get up and down.
Yeah, D, without question, their main ball handler, the sophomore from Bloomington. And pressure coming from the Minutemen. 13 foul on UMass. Kristen into the paint. Wanted Redford, got fouled by Chaz Williams. Had Redford wide open in the corner, and he is their 3-point specialist.
He was open, and he saw it. I wasn't crazy about Samaje leaving his feet in that situation at the top of the key to make that pass. They were very lucky that a foul was called.
That is the second personal on Chaz, and the key to their game is now sitting on the bench.
That is a huge second foul with 16 minutes to go. I'm going to bet that Derek Kellogg is going to have him back in, though, and not keep him out for the entire half. It's too long to sit out, because when you come back in the second half, a lot of times you sit out this long, you never get back into the flow.
Trey Davis in for him, averages about 25 minutes a game. Kristen working on Esho, got him up in the air, got the whistle. That's a mismatch of speed.
You know, it's amazing, though, for a guy who's only taken 4 threes all year, how easy he gets into the lane. That tells you how good and how quick Samaje Kristen is. Because he can back off of him and give him some space because he's not a threat from the three-point line. That's going to be a big key in his development. He's 4 for 24 from the three-point line this year. How good a shooter he becomes is going to be critical to his development.
And he has struggled at the free throw line, surprisingly. Only a 64% free throw shooting.
And when you take 150-plus free throws, that's a big thing. And they've been in so many close games this year, this Xavier team. They're young. They don't have a lot of ball handlers. Chris Mack's done a very good job keeping his team kind of around the bubble.
He looked confident from the line there, and an 8-point early lead for the Musketeers. Raphael Putney in for his first moments as well. And Esha walks. The Minutemen struggling. Xavier on top by 8 in the early going.
Weather conditions aren't nearly as nice as where we came from. With the wind chill, it's 10 below, but attendance for fair play.
We have record lows out there, so bundle up and thank you for flying with us.
Now with My Buick Remote Start, the new Buick Enclave makes sure you're ready for anything. Just one more way, the new Enclave is smart, made beautiful.
Okay, here's the way the system works. Let's say you pay your guy around 2% to manage your money. That's not much, you think, except it's 2% every year. Does that make a difference? Search cost of financial advisors. Ouch! Over time, it really adds up. Then go to E-Trade and find out how much our advice costs. Spoiler alert, it's low. Really? Yes, really. E-Trade offers investment advice and guidance from dedicated professional financial consultants. It's guidance on your terms, not ours. That's how our system works. E-Trade. Less for us, more for you.
V-twin power and torque, maximum capability and versatility, and comfortable seating for 4. The off-road rated Terex 4 side-by-side. How can it get any better? How about no interest for 48 months or a $1,000 purchase incentive? Better. Right now, get no interest for 48 months or a $1,000 purchase incentive on all Terex 4s. Don't wait. This offer ends March 31st.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By Franklin Templeton Investments. Gain from our perspective. And by Werner Ladder. Werner, #1 in ladders.
10-2, Xavier with the early lead. Time for our Northwestern Mutual Planning for Success. Let's see how Coach Chris Mack is planning for success. Brought to you by Northwestern Mutual. Here's what he said about Chaz Williams. The way to stop UMass? Stop at Chaz Williams. End of story. He may be the most dynamic point guard in college basketball. Do you agree?
Oh, he's tremendous, and they've done a great job because he's got 2 fouls. The best way to stop him is to have him sitting on the bench, and right now that's where Chaz Williams is. That's not good for UMass because he's involved in just about everything that they do on both sides of the ball.
You see his eye file. He is the only player in the country to average those numbers, 15, 7, and 4. That's pretty spectacular.
He's a dynamic player and a dynamic leader.
Martin gets it across by himself, Coach.
And when you play against a team that's so good defensively like Xavier is, you need your field general.
They got a moving pick on Travis Taylor. And a turnover for the Musketeers. How about dominating the glass, Coach? 8-0?
Brad, it's unbelievable. 8-0. 5 of them on the offensive glass. That's where Derek has to question what his guys came out of that locker room ready to do. Now, they got plenty of time to get back into this thing, but not a good start on the road.
Terrell Vinson on Martin. Step back and drains it.
He's been on fire lately, especially from the three-point line, getting better and better. You know, they've had to adjust. They lost their second-best player, Jesse Morgan, to a bad ACL injury, and now they've had to readjust at the end of the year. It's not like it happened in January, beginning of January. It happened kind of late, so now they're just starting to find their stride without him.
Kristen weaves his way. Martin for 3. Can't get the roll.
I'm surprised Xavier's taken quite a few threes for them. They don't usually take a lot of threes. They only make about 4 a game.
Putney, that's in and out. Knocked out by Lane, but they will say Martin was the last to touch it. It will stay with the Minutemen. Derek Kellogg trying to get his offensive sets going now.
A lot of times when you go on the road, you are forced to beat the team that you're playing at their tempo, because it's just hard to force your tempo when you're on the road. That's just the way it is.
Vinson spinning on Martin, had it blocked, and that's Travis Taylor's second foul. Nope, they will call it on Martin. So bailed out is number 4, who looked like he had him on the arm. So Vinson will head to the line. 71, or I should say 67% free throw shooter. Take a look at what the Road Warriors have done. 9-13 is a pretty good record on the road.
They've been very, very good on the road. They score those 7 points a game more at home than they do on the road on neutral court. So that tells you quite a bit right there.
Well, their last 6 games, they seem to have found their offense. Coming into here, over the last 6, they had upped their average per game by 10 points. But right now, struggling, trailing by 4. Kristen with the dump to Taylor, who's fouled.
That is how you break a team spirit that likes to press all the time. You got to attack pressure. The only thing that can make a team pay for pressing you is by you attacking and getting fouled and getting to the basket. And here, that's not textbook, but when you got a good guard, that's a good way to do it. Just dribble through everybody, and that's what Samaje Kristen did there.
Samson Carter picks up his second.
I think this pressure could help Xavier, because Xavier has struggled to score this year. And what the pressure does, it kind of opens up the floor a little bit more, where Samaje Kristen can take advantage of his abilities to put it on the ground and get somewhere. This could help Xavier's offense.
Carter sits, Lane back in. Eric Stanger coming over from NKU for his first minutes as Isaiah Fillmore sits. Taylor good on 1 of 2. Whistle away from the ball, and it looks like they got Eric Stanger down low on a lane.
Wow. I kind of had my eyes down there, and I didn't see anything.
A little much for the whistle?
You know, that is not. That is not a foul.
And we got a T already on the bench. They got Chris Mack for that one.
Hey, you know what? I got to be honest with you. I can't blame Chris Mack. I thought that was. You could call that foul on every post-up in the entire game. I'll pick out 30 of them. I will pick out minimum 30 of those plays in the course of this game.
He's not real happy with Tony Crisp. Walked up and down, still eyeballing him. He wants eye contact.
And the worst part is that the ref teased him also. It's one, he should have realized maybe that wasn't a great call and let it go. Let Chris Mack go. And I think that's what officials need to do. They need to walk away sometimes. But that was not a good tee, and it was not a good foul.
Vinson 1 of 2 on the tees, and they have the possession. So Xavier starting 10-2. It's a 5-1 run now for the Minutemen. Wow. Davis outside. And over the back, they're going to get Lane.
Now that's a foul.
You'll give him that one?
I'll give him that one.
That's his first. But already 16 fouls for UMass at the 14:04 mark. Foul away from heading into the bonus.
Fans are funny. I heard a fan behind us yell, "Hey, ref, you still owe us a couple." The game just started. They owe a couple already?
Kristen into the paint. Dump to Taylor on the block, working on Vinson. Just backs him in and 2 feet away with the left hand.
I can't imagine how can you get an easier basket?
No.
Vinson's a pretty big, strong kid. Why wouldn't he body him back?
That's a 6'7", 220 body that he backed into a foot away.
Man.
Down low to Lane. He's got the body on Stanger, but Taylor with the swat. Esho in and out, tipped. Stanger comes down with a rebound. Kristen to run. Corner, Martin, and he walked. missed opportunity for the Musketeers, but let's take a look at the block, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, Lillane takes the ball up strong. Just a very nice block on the help side by Travis Taylor.
Taylor has been active on both ends of the glass.
I'm curious as to when Derek, I think he brings Chaz Williams back in with 8 minutes to go.
Davis dumped, stolen.
They're lost without him.
Martin to the glass, got it. Right back. Riley in and out, rebound Lillane, and he got the put back.
That was a really good play by Lillane because they got it up quickly, and Lillane ran the floor hard to put himself in position to get that offensive rebound. I like him. He's going to be a very, very good player. He already is a good player.
Fillmore, a good ball handler for his big body. Wide open here. Steps in, will continue to go to the glass and get the foul. There was just no defense stepping up on him. In transition, Justin Martin didn't have the numbers, but he didn't care.
You know, they'll run opportunistically, and really not enough. Well, Esho got knocked in the knee. That's why he kind of didn't go after that at all.
Now, Coach, that's 2 on Lillane and the 7th team foul. Fillmore misses on the first, and D. Davis will check in for the first time. Justin Martin to take a seat.
And UMass goes to Tyler Bergantino, who's averaging about 3 minutes a game. So they're going deep into that bench right now because of these fouls. And Chaz Williams came back a little bit earlier than I thought, but a lot of that's got to do with Trey Davis not really being effective.
Fillmore missed them both. Williams back on the floor with Putney, Esho, Bergantino, and Riley. Putney, high arcing three is way long. Fillmore the rebound, and Davis will take it. Kristen on the run. Challenge Williams. Stanger the rebound, got it swatted. He collects, gets it back to Davis. Redford for 3. Oh, yeah.
You know, some guys, when they shoot it, you just know it's going in. That's the guy.
That's the guy. Nine-point lead. Esho into the paint, off balance, and got it off glass.
Nice play right there by Esho. He's a very athletic kid. Got to work on his shooting a little bit too, but I like what I see from him.
Redford again, working inside the arc. Takes very few two-point shots. Davis with the dump down to Stanger. He's double teamed. We'll back it out to Davis for the high arcing 3. That's long. Fillmore collects. Has it knocked away by Williams. Saved by Fillmore. Redford, one more. Got a walk.
Oh, wow. I thought he stepped into that pretty good.
Chris Mack cannot believe it. Redford can't believe it.
Stanger really gets after that ball, and look at this guy. When he shoots it, you swear it's going in.
It was designed to escape the ordinary. It feels like it can escape gravity. The 2013 C-Class Coupe. Starting at $37,800.
Who thinks more is better than less? Okay, why?
More is better than less because if stuff is not if there's more less stuff, then you might want to have some more, and your parents just don't let you because there's only a little bit.
Right.
We want more. We want more. Like, you really like it. You want more.
I follow you.
It's not complicated. More is better. And AT&T has the nation's largest 4G network.
Wish the tournament lasted longer. I'd love it here.
Longer? Longer it is?
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports, and the official hangout of March Madness.
Wrong button.
An 18-11 lead for the Xavier Musketeers at the Cintas Center. Both of these coaches fortunate enough to be coaching at their alma mater. Chris Mack went through a bunch of injuries. He's a tough player. And Derek Kellogg at UMass, 91-95. There are 28 total in Division I of coaches at their alma mater. Here are the 10 most notable, maybe.
And I think only one of these coaches didn't play at his alma mater. You can't hold me to it. I think only one was not a player at his school.
That's a good list. All right, you tell me, Coach, did Redford walk on this before he drained that triple?
Yeah, he took a couple of baby steps. You're going to see, right? That's a walk. Yes, that's a good call. If he'd have stepped in hard with his left foot, he would not have traveled there, but he kind of wasn't sure about his footing, and that's why he traveled, and he did.
Neither one of us in real time thought that was a walk.
No, I didn't either.
Replay.
It's a lot easier to figure it out when you have the replay.
So give props to Kenneth Clark on that call. Esho in the corner. Vinson lost it. Fillmore on the floor. Vinson recollects, and Fillmore with the rebound. Cintas Center, Cincinnati, Ohio. Xavier and UMass. Brad Johansson alongside the coach, Steve Lapis. And another moving screen. They got it on D. Davis this time. Fourth turnover for the Musketeers, which, Coach, you said was going to be a key in this one.
You know, that's not the kind of turnover that'll kill you, though. Even though it's a foul, they don't want steals. That's the thing they need to avoid more than anything else, where UMass gets easy transition baskets.
Davis on Williams, stolen by Martin, and he is fouled by Williams, picks up his third. Wow. 10:08 mark. Chaz Williams walks head down directly to the bench.
I mean, why would he even think about doing that? The big reason why Derek Kellogg put him back in the game was he's a junior, a fourth-year junior, because the transfer, who really should understand better that he should have been nowhere near that. He should have just running back on defense and given that ball up.
A reminder, Chaz Williams last year, February 21st, 29 points against the Musketeers. A career high for him with 6 3-pointers.
I mean, that's a killer foul. And I don't blame Derek Kellogg for putting him back in. You would think a junior is not going to pick. You usually worry about a guy getting a charge. Okay, you get a charge, it could happen. All right, you can't get a reach.
You're the coach. Does he have to sit the rest of the half?
Oh, yeah, he's done now for the half. Absolutely. Completely done.
Putney almost threw it away, saved by Riley. And a late whistle. They'll get that one on Redford, and Davis going into Redford to collect that whistle.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a good foul there. Obviously, if you stay on the ground, that's always the best thing to do, because, you know, Trey Davis is not, he's made 1 3-point shot all year. So there's an example of where Chris Mack, you want to tell him, why are you leaving on a shot fake from the 3-point line for a guy who's playing in his 26th game and he's got 1 3 on the season?
Is this why coaches always say, know who you're guarding?
Yeah, and don't leave your feet, too. That comes next.
Davis good on the first 2. Averaging only 2.3 on the year. He's got 3 on that play.
Yeah, that's a killer foul.
Knocked away by Esho.
And Brad Redford's a senior. It's not like he's afraid. He knows the scouting report, and I'm sure he knows it very, very well.
It's a 6-point lead for the Musketeers as they dominate the glass.
Now you know why Chris Mack has no hair and why mine turned gray. But Kellogg looks good. He hasn't gotten it yet. I don't know why.
He's hanging on to it pretty well. Redford out to help. Davis inside of Fillmore. Working on Esho. Double team comes. Half hook won't go. And it will stay with the Musketeers.
I'm a little surprised at how easily the Xavier kids are backing their way to, like, layups. I mean, layups. You got to fight him a little bit, or don't let him catch it so easy. Either you got to fight him when he catches it, or don't let him catch it so easy, or double him.
Well, they're backing without any resistance.
How many times have we seen it so far, Brad?
Probably 4. Inside, Fillmore takes it to the glass and will collect one more from Putney. The 9th team foul on the Minutemen. And with 9:27 left in the first half, we're 1 away from double bonus.
Well, you're going to see here, this is a complete miscommunication. Got to talk that out.
Already 12 points in the paint for the Musketeers to UMass's 6. And Fillmore misses his 3rd consecutive free throw.
You know, this Xavier team, as you know, Brad, they did a number on Memphis in the paint. And Memphis is as athletic and as tough a team as you're going to find in the country. And this Xavier team is not nearly as explosive offensively as Memphis is. And they did a heck of a job.
Fillmore has missed 4 straight. And a walk before the offensive foul call.
See, I don't think that's a great pass by Trey Davis. I think he gave the big guy, he put the big guy, Esho, in a bad spot. He shouldn't have passed him this ball because he was going to have either travel or charge. And if they didn't call it travel, it would have been a charge.
5th turnover on the Minutemen. Missed opportunities on both ends. Xavier, as they have in many games this year, struggling from the free throw line, giving away free points. Redford blocked, easily blocked by Putney.
Yeah, he went into a bad spot. He went into a deep corner, too small to do that against a very big athletic team.
We're getting into Esho, and a walk again. Another turnover. Number 6.
Chris Magnus ready to hang Redford. First he fouls the guy from 3, then he goes into the deep corner over there. He just gave it to him pretty good.
Chris having a tough first half. He's not really
I think he's having a pretty good first half.
Other than the scoreboard, right?
That's all that matters, really.
Kristen out top.
I think it's Redford that's having the tough first half.
You may be right on that. And he'll have a tougher halftime from Chris Magnus. Backing in again is Taylor. Gets some help from Esho.
That time they fought. Vinson fought him a little bit there. Now he's fighting him. That's good defense.
Taylor got the roll.
That was good defense, though. He made him make a fadeaway jump shot under duress. Okay, that's not bad.
Vinson for 3. Answers. Minutemen needed that. Their last field goal came at 11:32 before Vinson drains the triple. The dump off from D. Davis, and he threw it away, trying to get Fillmore.
Well, Travis Taylor, he's tough when he catches the ball inside, and this was not bad defense by Vinson, and he knocks it down. And then on the other hand, on the other side, Vinson, this guy's been on fire from the three-point line as of late. They needed that.
Let's pinch our dreams. Let's wake them up. Make them real. Let's not let anything hold us back. Not even 292,000 pounds. Let's keep our head in the stars, our feet on the ground, and nothing will be beyond our reach. Toyota, let's go places.
Hold on to me as we go.
It's time to pursue our dreams, to chase what we believe in. It's time to work, to give it our very all and not give up. American Family Insurance believes your dreams deserve the best protection. That's why we're committed to being there for you every step of the way.
I'm gonna make this place your
What are you doing? Work, work.
CDW configured these Lenovo ThinkPad Ultrabooks with Intel Core i7 processors, so we can work anywhere.
Anywhere?
Sure, on the beach, in the woods, at the lake.
What about on the green?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Conference talk, Joe. I haven't heard anything.
There was.
What's kind
The report is that maybe as early as next year, as July, that the Catholic Seven bring you and Butler in and start.
Really?
As early as next July.
Wow, I had no idea.
Chris then walked out of that press conference as we welcome you back to the Cintas Center. A 5-point lead for Mac and his Musketeers, and said, "You're not going to get me on that one." Conference realignment, Catholic 7 could happen as early as Tuesday. Your thoughts on this?
Well, he should be a comedian, first of all, because that was pretty funny, I thought. But, it's the nature of the beast today. Things are constantly moving with this conference affiliations. And, the Atlantic 10 has had a tremendous year. Xavier's been a great program in the league. Unfortunately, this is the way, Syracuse and Pittsburgh lead the Big East, and then everything started to just break loose everywhere. That's kind of what started it in this latest round. And, hey, it's a great league. If this is what's going to happen, it's a great league. This is a great league. And what's good about the A-10 and this new conference? It's about basketball. Both these conferences are about basketball first, and that's great to have.
And those teams purported to take the name the Big East with them. We'll find out a little bit later on this week how it all shakes out. And believe me, we're not done with realignment in college sports. Davis for 3. How about this kid today?
I guess he's a better three-point shooter than we thought, even though he has 1 coming into the game.
He's got 6 now, triple his season average. Get it ahead. Taylor will go glass, and poorly. And James Farr in the game, a rare moment for him to get in. Putney from Davis. And just like that, we're all knotted up at 22. An 11-2 UMass run.
They like getting it into the open floor and pushing it and shooting threes in transition and taking it to the basket.
Taylor almost threw it away. Kristen saves. Now working into the paint. James Farr for 3. His high arcing triple won't go. Martin, and it will stay here. And let's see who the foul is on. It's on UMass.
They love throwing these lobs in transition. And Putney, he gets up there. And he's so long and athletic. A great pass, too, by the way.
Trey Davis having to sub for Chaz Williams. I would say he's doing admirable work.
He has definitely picked it up in his last few minutes. And they're going to need him because he's going to get extended time today with 6:22. He's definitely going to be finishing the half now, too.
Martin good on the first. D. Davis will check in for Brad Redford. Xavier led this game 20-11 at the 10:08 mark.
When you struggle to score, it's hard. Even look what happened. They could have beat VCU. They ended up, not being able to close that one out. They just about closed out Memphis, who they were up big on in that game. So when you struggle to score, that's what happened. That's why they've been in so many close games this year.
So the key to their offense takes a seat, and they've found their offense without him. That 3 won't go. Kristen wants to run. He has D. Davis on the other side. Gets him corner for the triple. Too long. Riley the rebound. He wants to run. Got it ahead to Davis, who will launch. Got another one. Wow. Trey Davis with his 2nd triple and a 3-point foul.
And I just looked. I made a mistake before. He didn't have 1 on the year. He had 3 in 26 games prior to this game.
First lead for the Minutemen. Martin answers. Vinson into the paint, and a foul. If they're going to get Taylor, that will be his 2nd. Finding some offense, Coach.
Well, this is not an easy 3 to come down in transition and just hop-step right into it. And then Martin, who is the 2nd best 3-point shooter for Xavier behind Redford, they need him to knock some out.
Trey Davis doesn't have that prototypical three-point shot. When he lets it go, like you say, when you see Redford let it go,
you know it's good.
You have some questions about Trey Davis's delivery.
Absolutely.
But it's been effective today. Vinson good on the first. Stanger and Fillmore to check in. Farr and Taylor to sit for the Musketeers.
I mean, if UMass can get out of this half, even down 4 with Chaz Williams sitting out that much, they'll have done a pretty good job.
Kristen's going to run. Take Riley to the hoop. Vinson with some help. Stanger the rebound. Get it back out to Davis. Continuing to crash the glass, the Musketeers with another second chance. On the shot clock. Down low, Stanger got fouled. And they will get Putney on this. Second foul on Putney. Stanger has been almost essential for this team that lost members. Hey, join us tonight at 10 Eastern for the Built Ford Tough Series. Dickey's Iron Cowboy 4 presented by WinStar World Casino. It is the PBR Built Ford Tough Series on CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Fillmore tried to keep it alive. Esho collects. 2-point lead for the Musketeers. Cross court, Riley. Davis on Davis. Steps inside the arc. That one's off. Martin the rebound.
He's being very aggressive offensively for a guy averaging as little as he is.
When you feel it, Coach.
I guess. But when you feel it, it's got to go in like a little more often.
Kristen in the paint with a dump to Stanger, and he lost the handle. Kristen saves. He dumps to Fillmore.
How many loose balls have they picked up around their bats? They seem to be getting every loose ball.
Hustle points for the Musketeers. Esho working on Fillmore. Back outside. Vinson will take it in the paint. Davis. Dump. Esho easy.
Nice pass.
Davis will slow this possession down. Martin for 3. In and out. Fillmore. Nobody near him. And an intentional foul. Davis not happy with that. They are dominating the glass, are the Musketeers. They aren't necessarily dominating the scoreboard anymore.
There's so much to like about this Buick LaCrosse. Sophisticated styling, fresh technology, and 36 MPG highway. Like my mom said the day I was born, wow, that's a lot more than I expected. If you don't know the luxurious yet fuel-efficient LaCrosse, you don't know Buick.
Lease this EPA-estimated 36 highway MPG LaCrosse with 2 years of scheduled maintenance for around $299 per month. Consider it a new lease on luxury.
Welcome back to the Cintas Center. 30-28, the Musketeers lead. Let's take a look at the Avis key stats of the game.
Well, a big thing is obviously paint points, where Xavier has done a number on the glass. 16 points in the paint, the 10. And Trey Davis, what a job this guy has done so far in this game. Coming in averaging 2 points a game, coming in with only 3 3-point shots made all year, only 1 in the Atlantic 10, making threes, 3 assists also in the game. And they needed a lift because their guy, their main man, has been out most of the half with 3 fouls now, so they're going to need Trey Davis.
Take a look at the last play as we walk down the court. Chaz Williams sits on. And an intentional foul called on this one. You agree?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, that was unnecessary. All he had to do was hack him on the arm and send him to the free throw line for 2 shots. To grab him like that, now they're going to get 2 shots and the ball. Not a good play by Trey Davis. And I don't know if he's complaining that it wasn't an intentional foul, because that really absolutely 100% was.
Getting the explanation from Tony Crisp, who's been right in the middle of a few controversial calls already in the first half. He's making everybody happy today. Fillmore, who missed 4 straight at the free throw line, make it 5.
Well, as you know, Brad, this team is only a 65% free throw shooting team for the season, so they've gotten hurt by not making free throws this season, especially as many close games as they've been in.
1 of 6, not a real strong percentage. They have missed a ton of opportunity at the line, up by 3. 9 of 16.
I mean, it's amazing that they have 12 offensive rebounds already in this game. Were they going to break a record?
Inside to Robinson. Tough time collecting. Lost it. Here comes Davis the other way. Ahead to Riley, and he could not collect off his leg. It will be Xavier basketball.
That ball was so low. That would have been a very hard ball to pick up and do anything with, except just kind of secure it.
The amount of missed opportunities on offensive sets for both teams in the first half, rather staggering. Vinson tried to draw an offensive foul on Martin. Kristen into the paint, off balance. That's what he does best.
Too big for Trey Davis there.
Stretch it to a 5-point lead. Deep, Riley drains the triple.
You know, Redford did not do a good job. Riley's been playing, averaging 14 points a game his last 7 games. That time, Redford didn't do a good job of coming out on that screen.
Redford back in the game. Kristen. And they got a tee. That's the second tee in the first half. Got 1 on each coach.
I don't know what he said, but Derek definitely wasn't like, you know, running up and down, going crazy.
Tony's not putting up with a whole lot today.
Yeah, you know what, though? These guys, you know what? I'm going to defend the coaches, okay? Which is surprise, surprise, right?
I'm shocked by that.
This is how these guys make their living. You got to accept a certain amount. Now, I don't know. Maybe Derek said one of the buzzwords, which you can't say, and I don't think he did. But
you're saying give him a little rope.
You got to give guys rope. This is how they are making their living. They are living and dying with every play in the game. Got to take some. No, you don't have to take it all the way. There's got to come a point where it's got to stop. But you got to take something. That's just the nature.
Did you ever get a technical call on you?
No, never. Yeah, I had a few.
Another bunny missed by Robinson on the inbound.
And I had a few that were deserved and some that weren't deserved.
On the floor, Davis, Bergantino collects, and he's too long off the glass. The inside 4 feet percentage is not good today on both ends.
They've had their share of easy ones.
Redford may have got a piece of that one, Riley. And it will stay with Xavier. Hey, coming up on AT&T at the half, Adam Zucker. Ala Abdelnabi, Wally Zerbiak, John Rothstein. They're all going to get you caught up on the top 25 action around the country. Plus, first half highlights and stats from here. Well, that's so much more on AT&T at the half. Well, you said Kristen was going to be the guy, and he's going to be the guy down the stretch. He has been the guy for this Xavier Musketeer team that has struggled to find offense. What do you think of him today?
You know what I like? I like the fact that he's got no turnovers in the game. I mean, he has a 1-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, which is not good for a point guard. But for a freshman, it's understandable. But lately, he's been much better. 5 assists and 1 turnover against Memphis. We know he can score. He can get in the lane anytime he wants. He's got good size. He's athletic. But you know what'll help him get in the lane more? If he can really improve his perimeter shooting. Now he'll become extremely hard to guard. But I like the decision-making that he's making today.
Now the number 2 scoring freshman you see behind Byron Larkin, as you see all of those freshmen and what they've averaged along the way.
Pretty good company to be in.
Byron Larkin averaged 17 as a freshman. Fillmore working on Esho on the block. He'll back him in. And step and walk. It's a head shaker, Coach.
Definitely.
Drives you nuts on both ends to give up the opportunities that both teams have. Well, the Minutemen have found their scoring from behind the arc late after starting 0 for 4. They're 4 for 5 from 3. Riley will try and add another and can't. Esho the rebound. Backs it out to Davis. He'll take it to the glass. Short, tip is good by Vinson.
One thing you see often is a drive leads to an offensive rebound because somebody comes over to help on Trey Davis and nobody boxes out that guy's man.
Under a minute to play in the first half. 2-point lead for the Musketeers. Kristen. Inside, tries to draw the foul, can't get it. It's loose. It will stay with Xavier.
Sometimes Kristen, he ends up taking some tough shots in the lane there. Where
questionable?
Kind of gets. That's the second one that he's taken questionable so far tonight.
11 on the shot clock.
And this is the worst place to take the ball out of bounds. Very difficult spot right there.